The Supreme Court has ruled that if a child is born during a valid marriage, the husband is presumed to be the legal father, no matter who the biological father is. Yes, you heard that right. In January 2025, the Supreme Court reaffirmed Section 112 of the Indian Evidence Act, which says that if a child is born during marriage, or within 280 days after it ends, the husband is presumed to be the father, unless he can prove non-access during conception time. The court also said, DNA testing cannot be demanded as a matter of routine, citing the welfare, privacy, and legitimacy of the child as paramount. Supporters argue this protects children from the stigma of illegitimacy, and keeps families stable. But critics, they say it's unfair, even dangerous, because it forces a husband to take responsibility for a child, who might not be his at all. And let me say this clearly, to the good women watching, this video is not about you. We're talking about those rare but real cases where a woman plays hide and seek with the truth. And to the gold-digging types, when your Pyari Babu is busy searching for new mothers for his babies that he never even takes care of, why should a responsible man bear that burden? Here's where it gets interesting. The truth is, India's own laws already have the power to nullify such cases, when deception is involved. Section 112 is strong, but it only applies if the marriage itself is valid. And here's the legal trapdoor. Step 1, Section 5(e) of the Hindu Marriage Act. A valid Hindu marriage requires that the bride is not pregnant by any person other than the groom at the time of marriage. Step 2, Section 12(1)(c) of the Hindu Marriage Act. If consent to the marriage was obtained by fraud about a material fact, that marriage is voidable. Concealing pregnancy by another man? That's fraud, plain and simple. Step 3, once annulled. If the marriage is annulled, it's treated as if it never existed. And without a valid marriage, Section 112's presumption of paternity collapses instantly. But it doesn't stop there. The Indian Penal Code also steps in, and here's where sections 415, 417, and 420 change the game. Section 415, cheating. This section says, cheating is when a person deceives someone, and because of that deception, the victim does something they would not have done if they knew the truth, or avoids doing something they would have done otherwise. In our case, if a man marries a woman believing the child she is carrying is his, but she knew it was another man's child and hid it, that is deception. That is cheating under Section 415. Section 417, punishment for cheating. This is the punishment clause for Section 415. Once cheating is proven, Section 417 allows for imprisonment of up to 1 year, or a fine, or both. That means, hiding a pregnancy before marriage is not just morally wrong, it's a jailable offense. Section 420, cheating and dishonestly inducing delivery of property. Now this one is heavier. Section 420 applies when cheating is done dishonestly to make the victim hand over property or money, or do something that causes them loss. Marriage isn't just an emotional bond, it also creates legal and financial obligations. If a husband is tricked into marriage, and then spends money on medical care, childbirth, or raising the child, that's financial loss caused by deception. Under Section 420, the punishment can go up to 7 years imprisonment plus fine. That's how serious the law takes financial cheating tied to deception. So, when you combine Section 5(e) and Section 12(1)(c) of the Hindu Marriage Act, with IPC Sections 415, 417, and 420, you don't just have a civil case to annul the marriage, you have a criminal case that can land the deceiving spouse in jail. And to the gold digger types, remember, a husband is not an ATM. And fatherhood is not a free lifetime subscription service. Marriage, it's not just a legal formality. It's supposed to be a bond, built on truth and trust. If a woman comes forward and reveals her pregnancy before marriage, and the man accepts her and the child, that's real love. That's compassion. That's honesty. But when she hides it, when deception is at the heart of marriage, that's betrayal. Plain and simple. And without trust, there is no marriage. No bond. No meaning. Only a piece of paper that doesn't protect anyone.